Hi there, it's Chris from Sallyforth and welcome to the latest instalment in Black Stone Heath. So, Black Stone Heath is my long-term terrain project, and if you've been following the series you'll probably remember it started off with a 2-foot area based around the Wobbly Goblin Inn. Over the next month or so we expanded it out to a 3-foot square and added some of these nice outbuildings from Infinity Designs. Next we came out this way and we added the start of a village section, and these buildings here are from the City of Tarek Kickstarter. What we've done since the last video is we started to expand outwards that way, and we've gone from a 4-foot by 5-foot gaming area to a 5-foot square gaming area, and what we've done is added a stream or a river section along the edge. So the stream starts and it goes round a nice rocky crag, rocky outcrop, goes under a bridge, continues to meander its way down to feed and indeed power a watermill at that far corner. And what we're going to see over the next couple of months is this area expanding, and the watermill will become part of a large feudal farm. So the start of the stream is actually a 2-foot by 1-foot section, and let's see if we can, we can take it out so we can have a look at it. So Terra-Former tiles, they come in 1-foot and 2-foot lengths, and what I've done is combined a 1-foot stream section with a 2-foot side section to give myself a 2x1 tile. The reason I did that was that I wanted a nice central feature of this sort of rocky crag. I think it looks pretty dramatic, so what we've done is we've built up a sloping hillside just using 2-inch polystyrene, and then the facing, so this is Woodland Scenics do some moulds that you can cast with plaster of Paris, give yourself a bit of a plaster rock face, and then what I've done is I've broken those up, I've glued them on, and then I've used a product called Sculptor Mould to mould in between them, to sculpt a bit of sort of rock texture to make it, to form it into a single cliffy sort of section. So the river sort of bends around that, so the river has been made using sort of clear casting resin, and when it sort of exits that 2-foot square it goes under a bridge, and we'll have a look at that in just a moment. The next section is a 1-foot square of terrain, and it has there's a stream comes on left and exits right. So we've embedded a bridge that's actually sort of set into the tile. This is a 3D print from Printable Scenery, a New Zealand based 3D building and terrain company. And what's good about having a sort of 3D product is that I could measure the size, the width and the depth of the bridge and adjust their model so it's exactly the size that I wanted. I then cut a hole in the polystyrene tile for it, set it down, and then continued my road over it. So like all of Black Stone Heath, the foundation, as the base for all of the terrain, is real soil, real earth from my back garden here in Yorkshire. So it's all dried, sterilised, sifted to be sort of very fine, and then applied with PVA glue, and it gives a really nice texture. So all of these landscape tiles once the landscaping has been done, before any of the foliage is added, they're all completely covered with a soil base, which we can see along the edges of the river as well. So we'll cut from there. I'll move the camera and let's have a look at the watermill in a bit more detail. So the watermill is also set into a terrain tile. You can see there. I've included a small footbridge, which in fact is the same as a larger bridge so upstream. It's just been rescaled to be a lot smaller. The watermill is a 3D printed kit from Printable Scenery. The actual watermill itself has been embedded in the casting resin that makes up the water for the stream, and the model sort of comes apart for using in the game. Okay, so let's have a little look at some of the new terrain. For joining me for this look at Black Stone Heath. I've had a couple of emails asking how we actually build these terrain tiles. So in the next video I'm going to be looking at the stream and road bridge tile and breaking that down step by step, showing you what we did to actually sort of build the landscaping tile. After that we're coming back to the inn, and I'm thinking of the hillside that's behind the inn to make some sort of hobbit hole style accommodation, so that when we're using it for fantasy rather than the sort of medieval, we can turn it into more of a Brie dancing pony type fantasy thing with some hobbit hole accommodation at the back. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more, then please subscribe to the channel and look forward to seeing you next time.